So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doc.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you...
I'm not sure, Doctor.
Would you say you...
No. No, Tom.
Do you plan to make...
Of course not. How could I inflict...
Who...
Is
I'm... I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked...
Duty call?
Many thanks, Doctor.
Circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
What can you...
It's...
What can you...
This...
Can you...
Well...
And...
If you...
What...
No... Doctor...
How...
Every...
I'll see you later. Good evening, madam.
I'm...
Don't waste your time with me.
What? I...
Yeah.
May...
I'm...
What do you...
I-
Is... What... She...
Yeah. I.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening.
No,
Rick.
yeah,
Could you...
more.
Is... How painful is...
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all.
I'll let...
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
But the suffering continues.
Ghost on every street corner. Daily routine.
It's locked.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins...
That's not a surprise.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right.
Tell me why you're...
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little...
Where did you get the idea?
Funny you should ask. The first time...
Why do you have such a meat...
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors.
I know it's a difficult time.
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of...
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly.
I have some...
What?
I retrieved your wallet.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
can survive this epidemic.
I cannot enter.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate?
By the stole, of course not.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of...
Do you need something, John?
I have just...
Then ask her...
Since you seem quite the...
As men of science, are...
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
Since I'm the one working...
Well, for many years we have been... What we need is hope. You were a...
Where do...
But to be honest, we cope on it.
We'll see each other again.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Have you heard rumor?
No?
How?
So painful. Not really.
I see.
Yes, maybe.
Why did your...
My mother just...
Is your mother Bob?
That's tempting, Doctor.
Tell me.
I don't want to talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to...
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Will this shift
This hospital seems to be falling
Doc-
apart.
You always need a roof to carnage.
What?
This-
Can you be more...
Well, veteran.
I'll see you later.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You seem so...
You're a vamp...
Indeed.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is...
I hope you're more disposed to answer...
You must have countless questions. But our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given...
These poor souls have so little left to live for.
I gather you have found an arrangement...
I was brought up not to snigger at my own
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start...
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue. Every detail is
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
We both are afflicted with a thirst for blood, Lady Ashbury. That is our nature. By vocation, we also have reason to visit the hospital. Logic dictates.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
So lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same for the others.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone. Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect.